Hi, my creative artists! Today we are going to be using our knowledge of patterns and lines to create a composition that is kind of reminding me of a rug. And next class, we are actually going to be adding different tassels on the end to make it look like a real rug. Last week, we finished up our paper weaving, and you learned all about creating patterns that are alternating with different colors. This time, though, we are going to be creating a variety of patterns by layering lines and shapes, and creating shapes on top of shapes. So let's get started with how we are going to begin our project. Of course, your name, class, and number begins on the back. Then flip your paper over. You'll notice how we actually should not have any room for our name, class, number sticker on the front because we are going to fill up our whole paper with patterns. Next thing you're going to do is take one of your strips and create a pattern down the middle. Maybe zigzag or scallop or wavy or castle line. We know lots of different lines, and of course, you can take a look at those lines that you know on the wall above the windows. Next, we are going to glue down these two pieces on the ends of our rug. We are using today stick glue because I don't want you to have to worry about your gluing techniques at all today. I really want you to focus on your scissor skills. Now, I just opened my glue by twisting the bottom of my glue stick. But please do not twist and twist and twist and twist until it's a big, long stick on top, because then you're going to have a tough time pushing it back into its case. Just a little tiny amount sticking out. Then, we are applying the stick of glue to the black paper. That is your best technique today, because if you're doing it on your paper, you have to hold it kind of awkwardly in your hand like this, and then you might not get all of your paper covered. So applying it to the black paper is your best shot at getting it glued down nicely today. One of your pieces goes at the top, and the other piece goes at the bottom. I like to run my glue stick across maybe twice to make sure there's a good application of glue before I stick it down, and make sure that the edges are lined up nicely. After I have my top and bottom pieces, I can begin doing some of my middle pieces. Now, I've already gone ahead and started on this one creating some of my lines, and now I'm going to add some additional shapes or lines on top. I'm doing shapes on shapes and lines on lines, layering up all of these different colors and patterns. Again, apply your glue straight to your paper, not onto the piece you're adding. I think I'm also going to do some circles. You can take some of the random bits of paper that are in your material boxes to create your shapes instead of your lines, because I know there might be some rubbish pieces in your box. Make sure if you do one shape, you do a nice pattern along the whole piece of paper. Maybe even add another color on top of those circles. We're adding lots of layers to make our rug look exciting, like it's almost dancing. This is called rhythm. When our patterns repeat themselves, which is a pattern, when our shapes repeat themselves, this is creating rhythm. We want our rug to look like it's moving or dancing, or at least having a good fun time. All right, boys and girls, so your first task when you get your black paper is, of course, to write your name, class, and number. Then glue on your end pieces, then you can begin doing the middle part and finish off by adding lots of details, different shapes, and layering them. You might even kind of create some negative space lines. Okay, boys and girls, let's go ahead, head to your desk, grab your material box, and let's get started.